Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married to Medicine, Season 11, Reunion Part 3. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Listen, I couldn't get into it last night, y'all. After Kenya had pulled out them poster boards from the Kinkos and Portia was mortified and everything was just going down, honey, my head was pounding and I just could not get into the medical mess. But we are here today and I am here to say we could have been wrapped in two parts. But let's get into it. So the men are still on stage. Andy brings up things going left during the vibe check. And I mean, these people are not going to be friends. Okay? They're not. So again, we revisit Curtis speaking. Meanwhile, this is where the fight between Dr. Simone and Quad took place. And I feel like we really did not need to see this play out again. Why are we going all the way back like this? We could have simply gotten to the point where they were separated, but maybe that's just me. And I am so sick of Dr. Simone being ready to fight in every green room at every damn reunion. Ma'am, calm down. Now, Toya is trying to rationalize Dr. Simone being upset and all this foolishness and yelling that she's doing to Quad. Toya is giving hypocritical because when she called you a bad mother and started going off on you, you didn't want anybody in your face talking about, at least she had the balls to say it. At least she was brave enough to tell you how she felt. She said you were a bad mom. Girl, goodbye and good night. Moving forward. Meanwhile, with Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, she's dismissing Sweet Tea. I need you to go. I need you to go. And she was kind of like pushing her a little bit. I said, child, please. I wish I would. First of all, she's trying to help. I know y'all have more of a relationship and whatnot, but girl, gone. Anyway, now she's saying, Dr. Simone, that is, that Quad was only there for her when she brought up her dad. She said Quad was only there when the cameras were up. How many times can we go over the same damn thing? She gets called out. Then she apologizes. Can we please move on from this? Y'all are giving Groundhog's Day. It's nothing new, nothing refreshing, nothing to watch, nothing to see here. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of seeing it. Like we're gonna have to do something else. We are going to have to do something else. Back on the stage, Andy is trying to figure out what went on that beach. And Steve said, I have never seen 3 fights break out at the same damn time. Baby, it was total chaos. When I say I don't know what was in the sand, I don't know what was in the drinks, I don't know what was going on, but everybody was fighting. Everybody was fighting. Now, he wants to know who might win because Dr. G said that there may be a fight to the death. Now, Dr. G did admit that King was half his age and he was bigger than him, but he said if he tagged in Sweet Tea, then maybe. Oh, now you want to tag T. No, keep that same energy you had when you were sitting at that damn table. See, this is what people are talking about you, Dr. G. And I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can come on here saying he had a right to do and she had a right to do. I don't give a damn at this point. I want these people to go away. But I will say this. Dr. G, you do not have the same energy with a man that you do a woman. Regardless of what went on in the marriage, what went on in your marriage currently, the way that you spoke to Sweet Tea when she was simply trying to say it wouldn't have been no fight to no death. Because I'm going to ride for mine. You think you gonna do this? Then you sat in front of King. I mean, if I tagged in Sweet Tea, then we might have got him. Like, what is wrong with you? You'd rather be rude to your wife than to be rude to this man who don't like you. So then Andy reads a comment about how he spoke to Letitia. And he says that he owes Sweet Tea an apology. So then King chimes in and says, no, that right there, that's aggression. Now, I don't know why he doesn't see it that way. Because the way that he speaks to women is an issue. Now, I can't say King ain't scared to pipe up because I feel like somebody needed to address it. Is King the right person? Maybe not. Okay, sir, because I mean, y'all have contention. So therefore, and thus and such, just sit back. But I mean, he's trying to make a point that the way you spoke to her is the same way that you spoke to Quad in the marriage and on the beach. So then King brings up that's how he spoke to Quad. So he created boundaries. Andy brings up Dr. G pressing charges. King said, I was just laughing my butt off because I called and they told me that he needed to stop wasting their time. Now, Dr. G claims that he stopped the charges. So now they're going back and forth and back about who stood up to whom. No, I still, you trying to bully me. So King says Dr. G approached him. He did not. Now see, I don't mind y'all telling the story, but all this revisionist history, when y'all are clearly on tape, is a fool. He did not approach you. With everything that was going on, you went up to him at a very inopportune time, might I add, and tell him that you needed to talk to him at the same time that his wife was going back and forth with Dr. Heavenly. So no, he didn't come up to you. You came up to him. So Andy wants to know if they can move on. No, Dr. G is not ready. He said that King has this idea about him and he doesn't like him. And I feel like Dr. G said no to keep them off the show. Let's just be real. Come on now. Let's just keep it real. Curtis wants to know if he's going to apologize to Quad, Dr. G that is. Now, King said that he can coexist, but Dr. G said that he could not. Once Curtis asked if he was going to apologize to Quad, he said, why should I apologize to her when she hasn't apologized to me? Dr. Eugene is still trying to get Dr. G to see, man, when it's a woman, just be the bigger person. I know. But sometimes you just got to be that bigger person. Dr. G said, yeah, no. Okay. Would I say it again? I mean, it needed to be said. Let me say this. I don't feel like anyone, man or woman, should be able to talk crazy to each other. That's the same premise that I have when it comes to hitting. You a woman, you done set up here and hit him, you shouldn't. Because you think you can hit him and he ain't gonna hit you back because you're a woman. That's not how things work. I feel like both of them should keep their mouths off each other. Don't say anything to him. He won't say anything to her. But Dr. G, you need to grow up. You're a psychiatrist. Hey, it needed to be said. What in your right mind computes that maybe I should say this offensive thing in front of her man again? And see, you doing this to kind of bait him a little bit so he can pop off. And then when he pops off, then everybody gonna be like, see, King is unhinged. He needs to go. He's not married to medicine and all this. See, y'all be trying to play a game, honey, but y'all ain't fooling me. Now, Dr. Eugene empathizes with Dr. G. He said, I know you feel away. No, I don't feel away. You do feel away, but I know you're not going to admit it because you're sitting in front of King. Of course, you're not going to admit it because Dr. Eugene was like, yeah, you know, you were in a bad situation sitting with your ex and I know you feel some kind of way. I don't feel no kind of way. No, I'm fine. I'm great. Dr. G, you feel some kind of way and that is okay. Moving forward. So the men go backstage because now everybody's going to come out together. They're trying to fill them in on what went down between Dr. Simone and Quad. And then Toya was like, yeah, and Heavenly done cussed out Sweet Tea and Heavenly being all cocky a few times. Girl, that ain't cute. All y'all acting a fool. I'm over each and every person. When I say each and every person, probably with the exception of Steve and Dr. Eugene. Other than that, baby, everybody can go. I'm just as annoyed as Andrew. Like, y'all need to get yourselves together. So now all the couples are back on stage. And this is the first reunion in a while where everyone has a person. I said, finally, a full set of couples. So Andy brings up what happened backstage. Quad wants to know, Simone, what is my karma? Okay, because tell me what it is, because I'm not always right. Now, Quad, I know you threw in that because I'm not always right for a sound bite. So the people can go back and be like, see, Quad admits she ain't always right. Baby, what the people said? The people said you ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So Dr. Simone brings up Quad not sharing her business. So they ushered in Sweet Tea and Dr. G. Quad said, no, y'all did it to get back at me. And did. And let me say this. I don't care what she says. I don't care. Also, why do you want her personal business so bad? I have never seen anything like this. I want to know your business. I want to know your business. You won't tell us your business. What is your business? We want to know your business. You won't tell us your business. So we're friends with Sweet Tea and Sweet Tea. If I were you, I would be sitting here in this moment thinking to myself, so was I a pawn? Did you really want to get to know me? Or were you getting to know me to spite Quad? Sometimes you got to think about what people are saying right in your company. And every reunion, Dr. Simone, you vowed to forgive Quad. And then y'all do this all over again at the reunion the next year. Again, it's giving Groundhog's Day. Just admit that you don't like her and you never will. And just admit that this karma that you're speaking of was orchestrated, puppeteered by you in production. Let's just keep it real. Now she wants to know what's wrong with it. Like, what's wrong with me saying that I was hanging with them because you didn't give us your business? Ma'am, are you serious? So then Quad says, listen, I'll own whatever I did for the last 10 years, but just tell me what I did. Girl, please don't kiss her ring. Let's move on. In the midst of all this, Dr. Heavenly apologizes to Dr. Contessa. We need to get this together, sister. Dr. Heavenly, please. I mean, it did seem heartfelt at the time. I ain't gonna lie, because I think she was bewildered, honey. She didn't know what to do, because she even said when Dr. Simone and Quad were fighting, she didn't know who to run to. And she doesn't want to put the other ladies in that position when it comes to Dr. Contessa and herself. So I thought in that moment that it was heartfelt. But then last week, you zoomed in on that lady's teeth over on that Twitter. So there's that. Okay, like Dr. Heavenly, come on now. That's why people don't take you seriously. And that's why all of your apologies fall flat for me. Because at the moment you be like, I'm sorry, just so people can shut the hell up. And then you go right back and do it again. Now, I feel like at that moment this was needed because, I mean, the tension was thick. Dr. Contessa, I feel like you owe Heavenly an apology as well. Now, hold on before y'all get all up in arms. She didn't have to bring up Dr. Heavenly's kids not liking her or wanting to spend any time with her and her having to buy her friends and buy her kids and her beauty supply failing. Then when she brought up the situation about Damon potentially having a mixed baby, and then when they were here on set at the reunion, she said that, you know, he probably is miserable and he needs some joy. So why not go out and cheat on his wife? It was implied. So I feel like mutual apologies need to be given. But, you know, the people ain't ready for that. Anyway, moving forward. So then Andy addresses King being in attendance. Quad is very happy that her man is there. My man, as she should be. Switching gears from that, we go back to this couples trip. Why? Why are we going back to this couples trip? Please tell me why. So then they show some episode snippets and what went down at this damn trip. Andy reads a comment about Cecil and Simone getting Steve to be on their team when they had like the couples, you know, events or whatever. And somebody wants to know what the vibes are with Quad and King that they do it 15 times a day. She says King makes her feel good. Baby, she says she feel good all over. Do you hear me? He makes her feel like a natural woman. Then another commenter wanted to know if Quad wasn't loose off the goose, would she be addressing Dr. G? She's like, no, I was just big up in my man. Quad, ma'am. I like you, but you need to take a little bit of accountability, honey. You were addressing him as well as Sweet Tea, and you were addressing them while you were hyping your man up. Like, girl, come on now. So Andy wants to know if Dr. G has anything to say to Quad. Now, in a nutshell, he apologized and she accepted. They want to know if she has something to say to Dr. G. She says, I just want to talk about my new man, and I shouldn't have to be worried about his emotions when I do that. And I agree with that, because if you can come and flaunt Letitia, then she should be able to be in the space with her man. She should be able to say anything about her man and it not be a problem. So then Sweet Tea pipes up and says, well, don't mention my husband. Okay, girl, same with you. Don't mention them. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Everybody just shut the hell up mentioning everybody, and we're going to be fine. Moving forward. Then they go on to Quad and Dr. G. Quad thinks Dr. G wanted her out of the group to get her off the show. And I think he did as well. And it didn't work out that way. I wholeheartedly think that. And, you know, word on the curb. Okay. The people in the streets, the same streets that Mama Joyce and them be listening to, they said that Simone works closely with production. And if Simone comes out of her mouth and says that it was karma that took place when they went over there and got Dr. G and Sweet Tea, the plan was to get her out of the group and off of the show. Now, if you didn't put that together, I don't know what to tell you, but the proof is in the pudding, allegedly. So Dr. G says, you know, he was insulted. He felt insulted. And King says she did not insult you. Dr. G says he felt that way. Quad says anything that I say, you're going to take it as an insult. He brings up the baby shower comment. She claims that it was just to show support of them. Quad, let's be so for real. Now, again, I like you, but that was shade. Girl, don't nobody want to hear their ex-wife, who both of you are accusing each other of abuse, sitting there saying, I'm a plan y'all's baby shower. What do y'all be talking about? So then Dr. G starts going back to her saying that she left him and he gave her everything in the divorce when he could have come after her and her money. She said, I had my own money. Okay, and I helped you build your practice. Now, she did help because we saw it. Now, I don't know why you're acting like she didn't, but she did. And now you need to admit that Dr. Eugene was right. You feel away. You do. Listen to me. Ain't no way that I would feel comfortable sitting there as his wife, listening to my husband debate with his ex whether or not she left him. Why are we still talking about that? She says that he didn't want her to come after his money. Now, me personally, I don't think this is anything that should be talked about in front of the new spouses, but okay. So then Toya takes the floor and she wants to know, if a man comes at your woman sideways, is it an unspoken rule that you take up for your woman? And they agree that it is. But then Cecil says, everyone believes that, but he doesn't believe in my wife can say whatever she wants to you. And I'm with Cecil. I don't think that just because you're a woman, you get to talk however you feel to anybody that you feel like. And Dr. Heavenly, of course, she doesn't agree. She's like, if I say something to you and you tell me to shut the F up, Dr. Damon won't hear what I said. He's only going to hear what you said. Just because your man will back you doesn't give you free reign to lose your mind, because that's how people lose their lives. Sometimes you got to think. And I understand y'all are in a friend group, so this is different. But they're unhinged. Everybody should just respect each other. I feel like Cecil the only one with some sense, child. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Moving forward. So Cecil is trying to explain to her, I get it. I totally understand. But I also understand how Dr. G might feel. And I feel like he's the only one that sees Sweet Tea and Dr. G for who they are versus what everybody else sees. So then Sweet Tea chimes in and she's like, well, it's just a double standard, so we can just agree to disagree. So then Toya says, it's not a double standard. You're just used to it. And we are not. Well, baby, what'd she say that for? Toya, what is this? What is this little attitude that you have with Sweet Tea all of a sudden? And see, that's what I'm saying. People want to act like they didn't use this woman, but they did. There is no reason for Toya to be that upset with Sweet Tea. For what? So then Andy brings up the hot mic moment between Dr. G and Sweet Tea. Dr. Eugene says, listen, it would be a lie if we said that we've never talked to each other crazy. Dr. Heavenly said, oh, my husband has never talked to me like that. They roll that beautiful bean footage. I feel like the way that Dr. Damon was speaking wasn't the same as how Dr. G was speaking. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. It didn't feel the same. Like, I know they were trying to tie the two together, but it didn't feel the same. Dr. G says that he wants to apologize to Letitia. He loves her and that's his heart and he's sorry. I mean, it didn't give heartfelt. He wasn't even looking at a child. He was looking straight ahead. I mean, it wasn't King's place, but he piped up and he said that that's not normal behavior to talk to your wife like that. I want King to stop talking to Dr. G. Now, I know that may be an unpopular opinion, but at this point, honey, y'all done said whatever y'all gonna say in these comments for weeks now. He shouldn't talk to him. If you feel like it's not normal, I'm with you. I definitely do understand what you're saying. But he ain't comprehending like that. Like, I just don't think that he gets it. So then Dr. G, of course, is trying to make an excuse for it, talking about we're just still learning each other. What does learning each other have to do with you speaking to her with some respect, some common decency? Talking to her like you ain't lost your damn mind. What does that have to do with that? And if Sweet Tea doesn't see it yet, after watching it back, maybe she will see it in due time. Sometimes you cannot see it when you're in it. And she's blinded by that Mini Cooper right now. So right now she cannot see what's going on, honey. And really and truly, it's everybody against them as a couple. So she's just trying to ride for her husband and it's not giving the same. So then Dr. Contessa tried to help by bringing up other people's rough moments. And Toya and Eugene were like, yeah, we realized that, but we went to counseling. Okay. And then Dr. G and Sweet Tea said that they're in counseling as well. Now, if that's true, congratulations. I commend that. Andy wants to know if all four of them can coexist. Sweet Tea says yes. Quad says no. She doesn't know if she wants to put her relationship and her man in that situation. Then for whatever reason, Dr. G gets up and does this karaoke song. At this point, he has to have a humiliation kink. Gotta be. Because why? Just why? Andy, just because people be humming on their episodes does not mean that we want to see them performing at the reunion. Y'all do this every damn season. Every season. As soon as somebody drops a beat, y'all get to putting them up on stage. Please don't do that no more. I'm sick of seeing it. Moving forward. If I were Sweet Tea, I would take a separate flight back home because absolutely no way. I just wouldn't be able to do it, honey. And if I were a patient of his, it's done after that, honey. You're done. You're done. Sweet Tea, you up there getting your life, baby. That was sending me. I said, not her jigging in the background. Child, this is a fool. King probably sitting over there thinking to himself, Quad, were you on medicine when you were married to him? Was that the part of married to medicine? Because what is this? What did you see in this man? Then we switch gears. All the men are gone and the women are back by themselves. Now, this part of the reunion, I felt like y'all just saying any old thing, talking about any old thing, but let's get through it. We see their Dude Ranch clips and other shady moments. Andy wants to know if Dr. Mimi thinks anyone went too far. She said Dr. Heavenly has gone too far, and we've discussed it at great length, and she knows. Okay, now I'm glad you said it, Dr. Mimi, because when I said the people be ready to have a fit. It's okay, y'all. Y'all can admit when all of them are wrong. Sometimes Quad is wrong. Sometimes Sweet Tea is wrong. Sometimes Dr. Simone is wrong. Sometimes your fave, the most put together one, Dr. Jackie, sometimes she's wrong. Sometimes Dr. Heavenly is wrong. She might be funny and she might say things to entertain you and she might tap into that side of you that's petty just like that. But it's okay to say that sometimes she's wrong and sometimes she goes too far. Because I cannot count how many people you're being mean to Heavenly. You're going too hard on Heavenly. I am not. I'm speaking on exactly what's going on. Now, if that's your judge, that's your judge. But she goes too far sometimes, and it's okay to say it. So I'm just happy Dr. Mimi said it, honey, so the people can leave me alone. So then Andy brings up Dr. Contessa's lack of style. Baby, Contessa is unbothered by anything that these ladies have to say about her style. She said, I'm having fun with it. Okay? At least they remember me. I know that's right. Now, I'm glad that she brushed it off because it's a few people that need the style network. Let's not get it twisted. Okay? Please, let's not. Dr. Simone looks at Dr. Contessa. She said, it's okay, girl, because Heavenly be saying my clothes ugly as well. Okay? So don't even worry about it. Then they want to know who Dr. Jackie was shading with the cornbread comment. And as usual, she says nothing. Baby, she been fat shaming the heifer since season 1. Now, I know people don't want to admit that, but she has. Okay? So now Andy wants to play a game. Who said that? Well, it's not called that, but it's called Who Said This? The first one. She don't do at home. Heavenly said that about Toya. She the stiffest. I know. Heavenly said that about Dr. Simone. My titties are like Toya's home, moving all the time. Heavenly said that about Toya. Baby, this is crazy. Now, we know Heavenly gonna shade him if she don't do nothing else. The game should have been called Dr. Heavenly Said, what now? Well, that's what it should have been called. Now, Andy wants to end this reunion on a positive note. So he asked Heavenly to say something nice about Sweet Tea. She said she was brave enough to show up to the reunion and she loves her man just like she loves Dr. Damon Daddy. Okay. Sweet Tea, say something nice about Quad. I wish her the best with King and the best on her IVF journey. Maybe we can relate to each other on that and maybe we can get together and talk about it. Quad, say something nice about Sweet Tea. Quad says that she receives what Sweet Tea said and she thinks if they got to know each other, they will see something in common about where their lives are headed. Then Dr. Simone gives this fake toast. Girl gone. You're going to be right back mad next season. This could have been a tweet. 2 parts was all that was needed. I'm glad that it's over. I will see y'all next season. And that was the end of the episode. Child, that's it. That's all. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about Reunion Part 3. I personally was bored. I cannot watch this beach scene not now another time. The people are delusional. It's too much. Okay. And I'm happy that it's over. But I hope that you all enjoyed the season. Comment down below and I'm going to comment back. And I'm sorry I'm late. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.